Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, December 28th. I am here tonight to record my Year of Whips video. I wanted to go ahead and do it while I was at home, so you probably won't actually see this video for a day or two. But I wanted to get it out of the way. I may get interrupted some. My daughter is right there stitching. My son is asleep on the floor. Let me show you this. Whoop. He wanted to sleep underneath the Christmas tree. So, the dog's been eyeing me all night. I don't know. I'm kind of in an I don't give an F mood. That's why the hair is just thrown back and... Okay. So, I have been organizing and planning and getting ready for next year, and in all of that I have joined several bandwagons of people doing things, and I want to do them too. So the first thing is the Year of Whips. So, and you all know by now that I have my little planner. So I made this off the cuff geometric shape on a piece of paper, and then I stuck my Year of Whips in each of the shapes, excuse me, and that way when I finish them I can color them and it'll be random and it'll be interesting, and I don't really care. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna go over it. But that's that. So pretty much, I think all but one of my current whips are going into my Year of Whips. Part of that is because I only have 17 right now. Part of that is because I want to take it as few, and you'll hear me repeat some of this in my next video or in my finishes video, but I do not currently have any of 2016's whips. I completed or UFO'd them all, and you'll see more of that in a different video, or you've probably already seen it. So I don't want to take a whole lot into 2019 from 2017, if any. Oh, and I take that back. The only whip I have that carried over was a Heaven and Earth design, but I mean, come on, you know why. So I want it to be the same. My Heaven and Earth designs, of course, are probably going to carry over a couple more years, but I want those to be close to the only ones. We'll see. From 2017. So most of my 2017 current whips are going into the Year of Whips. So basically, you get another whip parade. Not even like 4 months after my last one. But honestly, it's changed quite a bit. So, it'd be cool, right? Alright. I'm not sure how the lighting's going to do. I may have to adjust it at some points. And then I'll look like a white ghost, but it's okay. So, I'm going to start just pretty much at the top of my pile. It's not even in order. I mean, this list doesn't exactly have an order. It's just kind of all over the place. And so I'm not going in order that. I pulled them all out. I stacked them in a pile because I'm going to have to show them to you. And then I'm going to take a picture and put the album together on Facebook. So this is how we're doing it. The first one on the top of the pile is Quotes to Live By Stitchrovia. This is on 32 Count Joblin and African Daisy. Stitched 2/2. 2/2. And that's where it's going to be coming into the new year. I've decided I'm not working on anything but Monopoly for the rest of the year, so these aren't going to change. And really, I've got 2 days. I mean, today's 28th, 29, 30. Well, if you count New Year's Eve, 31, but 3 days. Okay, WIP number 2 is Under the Sea, Stitch Along by Doreen Jones and Lakeside Needlecrafts. Then my daughter's totally over there going, that's for me. Don't forget, that's for me. All the pieces of this have been released as of December. I'm just really behind. And I've got 5 pieces left to do. So there's that one going into 2018. So the next one is Love and Cat. This was in a magazine. I can't remember which one right now. It's by Doreen Jones also, I believe. And I've got like the first almost half of it done. So, and it'll be moving on with me. Now, Stitch Rovia, that one's an iffy. I don't know if it'll get completely finished next year. I would think it will, but it's kind of iffy. Under the Sea should definitely get finished. Love and Cat, there's no reason it shouldn't get finished. If so, then I'm doing something wrong. Now, that being said, I do have several starts planned for next year. So, you know, that always kind of messes with this, but these are my expectations even with that. What? So get a drink. Next, this is Nest is Blessed. It was also from a magazine. Let me pull that in half. I got a whole nother half over there. Goodness. So I've completed all the way across and all the way down. So now it's just kind of filling all this in. This again was in a magazine. I don't remember all the details just yet. I haven't found them to add them to my records again. Because like, the pattern is digital. I'm sorry, my dog's distracting me. Because he really wants to lay with one of the kids, but neither one is having it. When I get the digital pattern or the digital magazines, I kind of tear them apart. And now I've got a labeling system, but before I didn't, so I don't remember what they came from. So there's that one. I don't see any reason that one can't get finished this year, as long as I pay attention to it. There's a couple of these that I was so excited to start, and then after I started them at Mania, I was like, because there was a few that I liked more than others. The next one is Welcome To, and that's how much I have done on it. Remember, this one got put by the wayside for a long time because I cut my fabric too short, and I mean, it's literally, I don't know if you could see that. That last stitch is right there on the edge of the fabric. So that's why I had to put the fabric on so that I could stitch it and then go from there. So that one, I think that one can get finished this year. It's not a very big piece. It got put by the wayside a lot last year. This next one, I don't know if I'll be able to finish in 2018. So I'm not pushing myself to complete this one. I would like to complete a couple pages, but yeah, I don't think I'll complete it. So I was making sure it's turned the right way. This is Easter Tree. I can't remember who made it. I got it on Etsy. This is like 3/4 of a page. So, and I believe there's several pages. It's just, it's so confetti heavy. So many color changes in each of these eggs. So we'll see. It's going to need a lot more time devoted to it if it's going to get completed next year. I don't know. But it's on my year of WIP, so it will be something I try to get finished. He's just all kinds of restless tonight. And that was my water jug. So that's what the big gulp noise. The next one, this one could easily get finished in January or February if I just spend a night working on it. And that is Cheshire Cat by Brooks Books. Because because I really just have Cheshire left and some back stitching in here. Shouldn't take me any time at all to finish that one out. Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. So that one should definitely get finished. The next one, that if this does not get finished in 2018, y'all can just laugh at me. Just laugh, because it's Fancy Outhouse style. It is completed all the way across here and all the way down the side. It's literally just filling in this right here and then the back stitching. This is one night of work. All of this, one night of work. Working on it. So if I cannot finish it by February, there's a problem. So this, and I'm going to show you how I'm working on planning for the next year here in a minute, and you'll see that this is already going to get worked on. So that one should be fairly easy to finish. Next one, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be finished next year. I would really love for it to be before December. It's Christmas Rules. Oh, look at that sparkle. Sparkle. It's messing with my coloring. I look all gray, but it's so pretty. And this stitched up really fast. This was just a couple hours of work, so it should go really fast. I just need to work on it. So the next one, I'm not gonna hold my breath on this one, but I really would love to get it finished, is Autumn Wreath. This was from a Just Cross Stitch magazine that I should have sitting right here, but I don't. But this is like the top corner of it, and goes around. So it's a pretty big piece. It may not get enough work to get finished next year, but it should get some pretty good progress. All right. Next is Foxglove. And you notice how I started the video, I was giving you the stitch count, and, or not the stitch count, the fabric count and the color and this and that. And 2 whips into it, I just stopped. That's just how I do. I can't ever remember to give y'all all the information. With that being said, I did jump on the Wickopocalypse, whatever, bandwagon. I did start a blog. The link will be below, and I will try and make sure these have all the information there, since I don't seem to say them here. So my next one was a new start this year, or late this year, and I hope to finish her next year fairly early in the year, and that's Foxglove by Nora Corbett. She stitches up pretty fast. That one's for my daughter too. She loves all the things, which is why I am currently trying to teach her to stitch herself so that she can have all the things. Yeah, you're stitching right now. I see that. So, next, and this is Opal Linen Apollo by Under the Sea Fabrics. All sparkly and goodness. Don't groan at me. Like, this dog has decided I do not need to be making a video tonight. I'm interrupting his business. I'm looking really red. I really think that's the lighting. Ooh, no, that's too bright. Okay, so the next one is 100 Years by Lizzie Kate. Got a good chunk of the middle done. This shouldn't take very long to get finished either. I feel like I have a good selection of BAPs and middles. This one's kind of a middle, and my smalls, which I haven't really, well, I showed you Fancy Outhouse, and I've added animals, things like that. I do have plans for several new smalls next year, but I feel like I have a good variety in my whips, and so it makes it easier to be a process stitcher versus a product stitcher. I can be like, I get enough finishes within a time period to feel accomplished and keep me going on those bigger pieces that I know aren't going to take me that I know are going to take me a while, and I don't get discouraged or anxious trying to finish them and then getting upset when they're not done. So I think that's my biggest thing about being somebody that has multiple whips that rotate is keeping me encouraged and stitchy bug intact. This one it may take me 3 months if I do one a month, but this one should get finished next year. And that is the Birthstone Dragons. As you all know, this one finished in December, but I had to wait. I probably could have stayed caught up with this, but since I decided to change some dragons around, I had to wait for all of them to come out, and so I'm in the process of doing that. As you can tell, the August, I'm gonna kill this name, Quasrol, whatever kind of dragon this is, became the October. And then October is going to move to December, and December is going to come to August. So. My scissors. I gotta get you some scissors, huh, darling? It's okay. I think we're going to be going to a stitchy store in just a few days. So. Next. This one will definitely be getting finished without a doubt in 2018 because it has to be done by June. And I tell you all that every single time I talk to you. Are you tired of hearing it yet? And it's gotten good progress. And like I said, I'm going to kind of continue on this for the next couple nights before the new year, and I get into the whole new planning and new rotation. One, because it's kind of brainless. I can just, I have solid chunks of color, so I just stitch and not have to count and think and all that. Also because I had another reason. Anyways, the more ahead I get on this, the better. There's not going to be any harm in finishing it earlier so that I got plenty of time to FFO it before I need it ready. So we're going to start down here. As you've all seen 1,000 times because I've been working on it every week. And then we're going to, look, I have like 3 new blocks since you last saw me. Yeah, I finished those 2 just last night while watching Stitch With Me videos, because man, I get some serious progress done if I'm watching Stitch With Me videos. I mean, I get a lot of stitching done if I'm watching TV shows and stuff, but I still find there are times where I like stop and watch the show for real, stare at it, or I stop to eat, things like that. But Stitch With Me videos, I don't do it so much. So how many was that? I also stopped counting somewhere in the middle. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to quit shaking the table, please. You're petting him. 4. Did I say 4? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bandit, you need to lay down. 12, 13, 14. Hold on, I'm missing something. Don't you hate it when you do that? Or miscounted. Okay. Let me go over my list. I hope you can read this correctly. Christmas Rules. We looked at that one. Ooh, in front of the camera. Cheshire Cat. We looked at that one. Oh, my Heaven and Earth Designs. Be right back. Okay, and I'm back. And I have my Heaven and Earth Designs. That's why I was only at 14 when I was supposed to be at 16, because there's 2 in here. And you've all seen plenty of these, but we'll show you again. In case you're new here. And if you are, welcome and thank you for subscribing to my channel. This is Mini Treasure Hunt Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. Heaven and Earth Designs. Is that? Oh, okay. That is one page completely done, and the top part of the second page I'm working on. I want to get a page finish on each one of my Heaven and Earth Designs. I really think there's a possibility of 2-page finishes on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. You'll see in just a minute. But I definitely want to get at least one on this one. 1 a year should only take me 15 years to finish it. Maybe I'll get more than that. I don't know. Like I said, process, not product. So there's that. And then this one's still on a Q-snap from my tutorial Stitch With Me video last week. Because I haven't been home since. Well, I was home for Christmas Eve, but of course, or Christmas, you know, it was busy. And, ooh, that's a mess. It's a nice, pretty mess. Okay. And there is Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. This is the end of one page, and I've already got 3 squares done on it going down. And so it should be very easy to finish out that page and get a whole nother page by the end of next year. So that is my year of whips. I will be taking photos of them, adding them to a folder on the Soul Stitching Facebook group where Melanie hosts Year of Whips. I will also link that below in case you're interested and hadn't signed up yet. Although there's been such an influx of people, I'm sure everybody's already there. I'll be adding it to my blog because all these pieces are also a part of Whipopolis. Whatever it's called. Whipocalypse. Whipocalypse. That's what it's called. Okay, so I'll be adding it there with all its doodad information, I hope, because, again, I'm not great at this. But, oh, I wanted to show you one more thing before I let you go and move on. So, that is this. 2018, Year of Whips. You can do it. Got to give myself boosts of encouragement there. Which I'm not very discouraged. I did really well this year, and I'm very excited about my plans for next year. So I think it's all very obtainable. So sorry I'm shaking the video so bad. This table sucks. But it's what I've got. I am trying something new. Up until this point, when it came to my rotation, it was each night when I would get to work, I would use a random number generator on my phone. I would, where's my book? I would come to my master whip list here, and I would, whatever number coordinated, that's what I would, work on that night, with the exception of Heaven and Earth Designs, because I only work on them on my days off, and any whip that had already previously been worked on this month, because I do try and make it to where I touch on everything. So I really like that. It really seems to work for me, but with so many sales and so many events and yada yada and blah blah blah, I felt like I needed to try something different. I'm only committing myself to this for 1 month, maybe 2. it really depends on how that first month goes. It may work for me and I may do it all year long, but I'm only committing myself to finishing 1 month, and it's not entirely prepared or ready yet. And actually I want to change the color of some of my sticky notes, but I'll explain. This is a month. Ooh, can I turn that off? Like, yeah, y'all can see this just fine, or good enough. This is a month-long calendar for January, and these bright green tabbies, like this one says, it has an SM for Stitch Mania, and it says color a day, Sal. Now this one is every month on the 20th, which is why it's this green, because it's going to move. After I've completed it, or after I've completely epically failed like I usually do, I'm going to take it and I'm going to move it to February. And I know that I don't have to worry about that one anymore this month. Would you please stop? The other ones, these are the events that are just the one time. Like this one is, oh, let's go to a different one now. Okay, cross stitch, it's fun, new year, new start. And semi-sane stitchers to kill a dragon. Those are events that are just going to happen in this month and that I need to get. Just go. She's trying to sneak around so that y'all don't hear her, but it's annoying me. So anyways, I go in and I fill in the whole month with all the events from all my different stitching groups. And then, and I've only filled up, I think, January and February with the events. And then I have over here, and these are the ones I'm going to change the color, because them being the same color as the events is not going to help me. But I've got each one of my whips, and I will take it, and like this one says, there's a blog, I'll link it below. It's Stitch something, I can't remember, but she's doing Friday smalls. So every Friday you stitch on a small, and if you complete a small by the end of the month, then you get, you can check in on her page and enter into a drawing or something like that. So anyways, so for the smalls category, which I had to put down here, this whole week, or all these Fridays are smalls, Fitz Frog, which is my advent animal. And then I plan on having my advent animals so that I can get them finished. A Christmas ornament, a Halloween ornament, and some other small. I don't know yet. Maybe another advent animal, because I really want to have those done by this December. But also in Stitch Mania, it's full coverage on the 5th. So if I happen to be home, I will work on Heaven and Earth Design. If not, I'll probably work on it another day that week and then just post it that day and then move it to the next month, because it comes back every month. So Semi-Sane Stitchers is doing To Kill a Dragon, anything with the dragon on it. So I'm going to pull out my Birthstone Dragon Sal. These will move from month to month. My whips, you know, until they're finished. These will move to month, and these, once I'm finished, I just pull them out, throw them away. I'm hoping this will make it a little easier for me to make sure and get all my events in that I possibly can. I can't remember to do every single one of them, or I may not have something that fits every single one of them. So sometimes I don't. But this gets me a good idea and my ability to participate in the most possible. Also, before, I've never planned out which day I'm going to work on something, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Knowing, you know, all week that Thursday I'm working on Under the Sea stitch along, I don't know how I feel about that. But what I want to do is before the 1st, now that all this is done and I can put these where I need to. Because my other problem is I don't get my schedule until Saturday. So on Saturday, I have to plan out that entire week. I don't know until Saturday what 2 days I have off to work on my Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't know which days I'm working to work on everything else. So, but eventually I want to place all of these stickers within the month and hope they actually get worked on that month. And then of course, as I pass the days, then I'll move them to somewhere in February. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to try it just 1 month and see if we can get that to work for me. And I'm fully ready to do the whole rest of the year, but I didn't, like I said, I only set up January and February so that I could see if it works for me, how it works, and then progress through the rest of the year. So that is 2018 plans outside of new starts. I am adding that into my next video because there's some of this. And actually, it's probably a video you've already seen because I decided to film Year of Whips first, but post it after I post my finishes video. And that's only because finishes should come before plans. Anyways, I don't know. But you'll be seeing it all this weekend. So I hope you enjoyed my Year of Whips video. It's my first year. So I'm really hoping I'm doing this right, and I'm excited to participate. And I hope to see you all there. Have a great stitchy week. Bye.